Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am Tahir Hindsa and you are watching SDTV. Malaysia is one country which is Islamic, belongs to Muslim world, but it has risen at a remarkable pace and has become rather a tower over the rest of the Islamic world in terms of its economic prowess and obviously in terms of its cooperation within the region it exists. And that they call it ASEAN. It has come to its aid on many occasions when there was the sweltering times or there was something which was challenging. We have today with us charged the affair of Malaysian High Commission in Pakistan, Daddy Faisal Ahmed.
Daddy Faisal Ahmed Salleh.
Faisal Ahmed Salleh. So, very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tahir.
I would just straight away go ahead and say, do you think that this ASEAN initiative, it's still growing, it has still potential?
Thank you very much for the honor of participating in your web TV interview today. ASEAN will be celebrating our 55th anniversary of establishment on 8th of August 2022. For the past 55 years, ASEAN has been the most important has grown up from a small entity to become a very important regional economic bloc, especially in Asia Pacific. Malaysia was one of the founding forefathers of ASEAN. It was signed on 8th of August 1967 by our second Prime Minister, Tun Abdul Razak. And
coming close by.
Yes, coming close by. And then from there, our membership has grown. Now we have 10 members of ASEAN, all the way from Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, and Brunei, Darussalam. And with 600 million, more than 600 million population, and we present a very formidable economic bloc. And we just recently signed RCEP, which is opening up our economy to a greater integration, especially with the North America and China as well.
Malaysia has very similar, few things very similarly on the internal side with Pakistan. It's a very diverse country,
yes,
ethnically and all. And how did you overcome the challenges initially that you have a concentration to look abroad and look beyond your borders for the regional integration?
Yeah, thank you. As all of us know, Malaysia, there are three major ethnic groups in Malaysia: the Malay, Chinese, the Indians. What right now, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri, has espoused the idea of Keluarga Malaysia, literally translated as a family of Malaysia, where every people are treated based on their merit, based on their capabilities. And we are giving all the equal chances for everybody to be able to success either in entrepreneurship, in business, and we have never discriminate anyone who has the capabilities to move forward. The most important is education. Malaysia put a very high importance and priority on education, and education is elementary education is compulsory for all our children. And then we also have a huge number of public and private universities all over the countries. And I believe education is the most important part in order to develop our human capabilities.
ASEAN is a very good example of peaceful coexistence as well, if I'm not wrong. So what is the recipe? Because peaceful coexistence seems to be the pathway for future where the world can progress and avoid conflicts.
Yes, correct. That's true. ASEAN started with after when we first gained our independence, 1957. that time our country was named as the Malay Federation, Malay's Federated States. After that, when the first Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tunku Abdul Rahman, give the idea to enlarge the political collaboration between all the former British colony, he invited the states on the island of Borneo, Sabah and Sarawak, and we formed Malaysia in 1963. At first, we do have challenges, external challenges, especially from our regional neighbors, who are not happy that we form a new form of a political collaboration among the states. But eventually, we know that the geopolitics of the world at that time, when the Cold War happened, we know that we couldn't afford to be aligned to any sides, whether it is pro the West or pro the communists during the Cold War. So we have what we call as a zone of peace, neutral, ZOPFAN, zone of peace and neutrality in ASEAN. I think that is the major idea from our former leaders, which make ASEAN what it is today, because we are never aligned, we are neutral, and we call ourselves a peaceful region. We do not want to any big power to determine what steps we are going to take.
By and large, today we depend a lot on the consumer market and the production at the back of it. It seems, due to rising energy prices and the food shortages and war in Ukraine and all, the world seems to be, it has become very sluggish. And world seems to be slowly progressing towards a recession. What do you think, how to avoid it, first of all?
Yeah, currently it is a major
Especially
challenge.
with the ASEAN.
Yeah, it is a major challenge right now, especially. Right now we are very concerned about the food security, particularly, because like what I said just now, no man is an island. We're all interdependent to one another. Malaysia is against any military aggression against any sovereign states, and we would like to see all of us be able to work along together in order to find a peaceful solution to any confrontation.
Yeah. And any special advice on that? Especially on a recession thing, I'm saying. How to get up towards that?
Unfortunately, I do not have, I am not somebody qualified to talk on recession, but I think the most important is for all of us to work together, avoid any confrontation, and try to help each other. Like what I said, no nation can survive on its own. We need to work along, gain experience, gain expertise, and like from each other. Through that we have this shared prosperity.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Salleh, thank you very much for sparing time for SDTV today. And the message is very loud and clear that the Malaysia progress on the heel of cooperations, then on cooperation internally and then externally with its neighbors, especially with the ASEAN region where it belongs. And now when the world is so worried about the recession, especially the food security, energy prices and other things, once again, the message is simple, that we cannot live and survive without cooperation in this global world, and peaceful coexistence should be promoted, and that is the recipe for the good future. For this we get permission. It's goodbye from now. Keep watching our program, and please go online and subscribe our channel as well and post your comments. Goodbye.